today I thought I would talk a little bit about no pressure journaling, or more importantly my no pressure journal. So as you know, I journal. That will come as no surprise to you if you've been following my channel for a while, because on Tuesdays I always talk about journal stuff or art stuff, and yeah, I have been journaling for a long time, and I thought maybe next week I would do an updated on my current journals, because the last time I did a current journal video was in about May 2013, so it's been a year and things have changed a bit, because I'm always changing and developing new ways and experimenting with new things, so they've changed a little bit, so I thought I would perhaps do that next week. But this week I wanted to talk about my no pressure journal, which is kind of a bit of a new concept for me and a new way that I have developed for journaling for myself. And I'll just give you a really quick glimpse at my current journals, but as I say, I don't want to go too deeply into those today. So I have my great big, I call it my art journal because that is a closer description of it, and I'll explain more about that next week. So I have my art journal, I have my written journal, which happens to be in Filofax at the moment, and I have my new no pressure journal. So how, why, what? Well, so basically my written journal, I was finding my motivation for my written journal starting to flag a little bit, and starting to feel more time pressured with it, and that if I had a lot to say, sometimes I didn't really have time to write it all down, so I would kind of feel pressured into finishing what I wanted to say and perhaps not explaining what I wanted to say, and it was all kind of, I don't know, I love to journal and I love to document and I love to write everything that I'm, you know, things that I'm experiencing down, vent my, vent frustrations and emotions and that kind of stuff, but I was struggling sort of, I don't know, time-wise, motivation-wise, and all that kind of stuff. And if you're a journaler, maybe you'll understand that, because I'm pretty sure other people go through kind of peaks and troughs with their journaling and their motivation to journal and their reason to journal. And journaling should be a thing that you want to do and enjoy doing. And it shouldn't be forced. I think if it's forced, then it isn't natural and it isn't isn't you and wasn't what you should really be doing, if that makes sense. So I decided to set up my no pressure journal, and I decided that I needed something small and little that I could just transport with me anywhere, because let's face it, this is quite a big old beast, as is this, which, I don't get me wrong, I love it, and I feel, oh, whoops, I feel really kind of special when I use it, and luxurious, and I do enjoy using that journal. But I wanted something a lot smaller. As you can see, it's a lot smaller. I was very kindly given this from a friend who lives in the States. Really, really cute. And I have a sort of a collection of notebooks that have yet to be used, and this was in there, and I just grabbed it and went with it. It was the first one I picked up. I didn't really give too much thought into it. I just thought, let's just go with it, and I just grabbed it. And the idea behind my no pressure journal is that it's small enough that I can just take it around the house with me, take it out in my handbag with me, take it wherever I want to take it. And the idea behind it is that it's whatever I want to put in it, whenever, whatever, no pressure to do so on any given day or time or anything like that. No pressure to decorate, no pressure to have beautiful handwriting, no pressure to have long entries, no pressure to have coherent sentences, and it's working really, really well for me at the moment. And I'm actually finding that I've got, because of this no pressure, I'm actually finding that I'm more motivated to write in here than I ever have been to write in a journal before, and I'm finding myself missing it. And it's great. So basically I'm just jotting down, I mean, I'm not going to show you it because it's really private, but I'm just jotting the date down and the time, because sometimes I'm writing multiple entries. As and when something occurs to me, I'll perhaps write 1 or 2 sentences in. It's not a bullet journal, although some bits in here do have sort of a bulleted way, and it's not a gratitude journal, and it's not one of these 1 sentence a day kind of things. It's none of that. It's just whatever it wants to be, or whatever I want to do at any given time. And I'm finding that when a thought comes to me, I'm just jotting it down, and I'm using it for everything, actually. For if I come across something that is of interest to me, I'm writing it in here. I've kind of really feel no pressure at all with this journal. So anything that comes in my head, it goes in here. Anything I want to get out of my head, it goes in here. And I'm really actually enjoying it. And as I said, I'm feeling more motivated, and I've got more va-va-voom for this journal than any other journal that I'm working at the moment. And as I say, I'm finding that I'm missing it, that I kind of feel like I need to keep it close to me. And the other day I started writing an entry in my journal, and I can't remember, something happened, either the phone went or John came in the room and distracted me, but that was fine, and I never went back to that entry. I never went back to it, and that's fine, because I'm not going to feel pressured to finish an entry, or to make sure that the entry makes perfect sense. And if I get sidetracked, or if I stop, then I stop, and that's absolutely fine, because it's serving its purpose as and when I write in it. In the future, whether I go back to this journal and think, oh my goodness, none of this makes any sense, and I have to piece together stuff, that's okay. I'm totally okay with that, because at some point I may have stuff in here or my art journal to kind of fill in the gaps. And actually, these journals are for me and for my time now, and maybe reflection in the future. But I'm not, when I'm writing in this journal, I'm not thinking about, what if my great-great-grandchildren find this? What will they think? I'm not thinking like that, you know, because this is purely for me, with no pressures attached, really. There will always be a place in my heart for my art journal and for my 100% written journal, because I do also write in my art journal. It's a combination, and I'll go into that next week. So there'll always be a place in my heart for both of those journals, and for longer writing, and when I know for definite that, you know, like at the weekend when perhaps we're sitting and we're reading, and I've got time that I can sit and I can dedicate to a nice long lengthy journal entry, or I want to decorate a bit, that will be there. But this is a very much an on the go, or the spur of the moment, just want to get something written down out of my head, or process a thought that I'm having really quickly. It's just there, it's just my go-to, and I use whatever pen is kicking about the house or near it at the time. I'm not worried about using one of my best pens to writing. It really is a no pressure journal. I have not set any kind of rules or boundaries or anything that I want this little guide to be. It is just, you know, but I'm getting through it really fast. As I say, it's just something about the whole no pressure for me. It's just making me want to want to write in here, and it's great because I've rekindled my love for journaling again. So, and I guess if you're not really into journaling, you probably look at this video and be like, what the hell? What the hell? But if you're a journaler, I'm pretty sure that you go in and out of love with your journals, and you move between journals and how you journal and why you journal and all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty sure you will. If you're like me, you will. I did a video actually last year on how I journal and why I journal, and I will link that in the description below if you're interested in that, because I'm aware that that video was created like over a year ago, and some of you may be new subscribers and won't have seen that, but might actually be interested in that. So I'll pop a link in the description below for you guys. So yeah, I just thought I would sort of share that with you, and also impart some advice, in as much as if you're kind of in a lull and struggling for motivation, or even want to get into journaling and not really sure how, then maybe give yourself a bit of a you know, a no pressure journal to try with, or, you know, like for example, I will cover this in next week's video as well, but this journal, for example, I absolutely adore the cover and it's beautiful, and I hardly ever write in it because I just feel so pressured that it's a beautiful looking journal and I don't want to muck it up. So, and I'm not saying this isn't beautiful, it's because it's cute and it's lovely and I love it, but because in my head I've told myself it's a no pressure journal, then that's what this is. If I'd have told myself that this was a no pressure journal, then I'd probably be totally in a different place with it, if you see what I mean. So yeah, don't put too much pressure on yourself, folks. Have fun with it and just kind of journal for what you need at the time. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you have kind of journals that you use for different kind of things like that, or, you know, you're doing a no pressure journal, you know, yourself or anything like that. I'd love to know, because as you know, I love talking to you guys. So thanks for watching. Next week I will share my current journals with you, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.